President Xi Jinping has just finished a visit out to Xinjiang, China's westernmost province. During this trip, he spoke a lot about terrorism questions and the problems of domestic security around that within China, and in particular related to the province of Xinjiang. As his trip came to an end, we saw an attack in Urumqi at the south train station in the city. Urumqi is the capital of the province, and this attack, while the details are unclear at the moment, it appears to be two individuals who detonated some sort of an explosive device and may have been also using knives to attack people, passengers at the station. 3 people have been reported dead and 79 have been reported injured. This particular attack is significant because it demonstrates a further escalation. We've seen attacks in the province of Xinjiang before, similarly shaped to this one as well, but they tended to be over in the south or in cities outside the capital. This is, I think, the first in a while that we've seen an incident taking place within the capital, Urumqi, but it comes in the wake of incidents outside Xinjiang as well that have been linked to the province, specifically an attack in Beijing, or an incident in Beijing last October, and an attack in Kunming earlier this year. I think what we're seeing is that the problems that are associated with the province of Xinjiang, basically mostly around Uyghurs who are disenfranchised at their lot within China, who are lashing out against the state. Uyghurs are an ethnic minority within China. They are Turkic peoples who speak a language that is closer to Turkish or Uzbek than it is to Han Chinese. They are, I think, about the majority possibly still out in Xinjiang, but they perceive themselves as not really being part of the Chinese state. And this disenfranchisement against the Chinese state is something that is felt as a result of not feeling part of the Chinese government, and also not feeling that they are benefiting from the economic investment and flows that we're seeing into the province. This community has lashed out historically against the Chinese state, and this has expressed itself in a number of different ways, in terms of attacks against the state apparatus out in the province and increasingly beyond. We've also seen evidence that some individuals from this community have gone abroad. In particular, there appears to be a group of them based in Pakistan's Badlands, in the Fatah provinces, and these individuals have been linked historically to Afghanistan as well. The question that I think some people are asking is what will happen in Afghanistan post-2014 when this community maybe has a potential or possibility of returning to Afghanistan and maybe trying to launch attacks back against China. Historically, they've had a lot of difficulty trying to get traction both from the global jihadist community in their attempts to wage wars against China, but also more broadly in terms of actually being able to launch attacks within China. They seem to be more domestically linked. It's true that these individuals appear to use the garb and the rhetoric of international jihadism. However, it's not totally clear there is a connection. The Chinese government response is likely to be a continuation of what they are doing at the moment, which broadly speaking is a dual-track policy of, on the one hand, a heavy economic investment into the province, while on the other hand, a heavy security crackdown. I think that this approach is likely to continue. However, I think what is clear is that it is not dealing with the problems in the province.